Welcome to our 5 on 5. Pleased to be joined today by Lyn Hennion, a former board member with the Oregon Community Foundation and a current board member with the Children's Institute. Good to see you. Thanks for being here today.
Good to see you, Craig.
So happy 2019 first off.
Thank you.
So Oregon made kindergarten a full day, full class schedule several years ago. Why is early learning, that's our focus today, why is that so important?
Because if kids aren't on grade level by the time they're in third grade, it's going to be extremely hard to turn around. It has an effect on everything from special education to corrections to life, to health. Now, 90% of a baby's brain development happens before they go to kindergarten.
Wow.
When you've got little babies, their brains are connecting these little neuronal connections at the rate of something like 1 billion a second. Now think about that. And think about even from what happens with a baby from the time they're born to even a year later when they're walking. That's a major step. And if things don't happen kind of in the right order, it has long-lasting impact. The kids that go to kindergarten not ready, and by that ready I'm meaning they don't know their letters, their colors, their shapes. They don't need to be reading by kindergarten, even though some of the fortunate kids are, because they've had parents or they've had caregivers that have helped them learn vocabulary and put the things together.
Yeah, okay, so there's a lot of fascinating research when it comes to this stuff and amazing stats you're giving. What are these opportunity gaps?
There is so much research, and this would take a 5 days to even cover it. The opportunity gaps are keeping up with school, keeping up with life. The people, I always hate to use the term the lower socioeconomic classes, but that's kind of what it is. If you've got a single parent that's struggling to make ends meet and is working maybe 2 jobs, and there's a little baby that needs a lot of attention and is very demanding, that isn't getting that attention and isn't getting the nurturing, isn't getting the love, isn't being read to, that's really important. Then they're missing out. Those kids don't have the opportunity that some of the others do, where they are read to and have the opportunity to explore so many things that help make all those little connections.
Yeah, so important.
And the other part is something called ACEs, Adverse Childhood Experiences. And that's where there comes a difference in opportunity too. There's something that can muck up the brain called cortisol. It's the fight or flight response. So if a baby is under stress and the levels of cortisol go way up, it kind of gums up some of these connections that need to be made in the brain. The calmer we can keep, avoid divorces or physical abuse or just neglect makes so much difference.
Interesting. Okay, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll have much more in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with Lyn Hennion. We're talking about the importance of early education for little ones. What are some simple things that the people watching right now, parents, grandparents, siblings, who have little ones in their lives, what can they do to ensure a good education?
A couple of things. One, I would go to the Oregon Community Foundation website, where they have a remarkable piece on the opportunity gap and a whole section on what people can do to help close this. The Children's Institute also has any number of research pieces that allow more understanding of the things that can be done. But mainly it boils down to nurture those kids, play with them, read to them. And it doesn't matter if it's gibberish, just be with them, talk back gibberish to them too. Play, take them to places like Kid Time. Family Nurturing Center is always looking for volunteers, as is Kid Time and some of the other places. So if you don't have kids of your own and you want to kind of be a surrogate and be very responsive to them, sometimes all it takes is one caring adult.
Yeah, we can all make a big difference.
We
Just
could
with a few
all
minutes
make
a day,
a big difference.
Okay.
It's interesting, there's a book called 30 Million Words, and it talks about the difference in vocabulary that the lucky kids have by the time they go to kindergarten compared to the kids that aren't so lucky, that aren't being read to. The vocabulary difference is astounding.
Wow. Okay. It just takes someone to spend the time with them.
It does.
Okay. Good to see you. Thanks for being here
Good
today.
to see
Appreciate it. Happy
you,
New
and
Year.
thank you.
My pleasure. All right. Stay with us. We'll be right back.